whole world according to moi.
It is Sharpay's
It's
movie.
Sharpay's movie.
me.
Yeah, we're all just guest stars in it.
Thank you. I want fabulous.
This is Emmy-worthy. It's so good.
If you can't fire them, make them want to quit.
High School Musical 2 is a story of how wounded ego and pride can leave devastation and how to keep that in check.
I don't like the way you've been treating my friends, so I'm doing something about it.
Small problems have become big problems because we procrastinated the conversation. This is the cost of avoidance.
A duet means two people. Well, mostly me in this case, but whatever, a duet!
It's way too big. It should not work. I love every second of it.
Everything's got to be perfect for me.
Hello and welcome to Cinema Therapy. I'm Alan Seawright, a professional filmmaker who needs therapy. I'm joined by my co-host,
Jonathan Decker, licensed therapist who loves musicals.
Oh, we love the musicals.
So today we're doing what?
You, my friend, are going to be a therapist who reacts to a film, and that film is High School Musical 2. Arguably the worst film in the franchise, which means it's the best film in the franchise. Somehow this is worse than the first one, and I like it more.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Bored, you mean?
Sharpay in the towel.
Ashley Tisdale is
Gabriella Montez and the Wildcats! Mother, how could you?
so
Think
good
of your
at this.
future, kitten. These are your school chums, not the fuddy-duddy love of spring staff.
These are not my chumps. They'll steal my talent show.
And what fresh talent you'll have for your summer show.
Mother, did you hear what I just said? Shh. Ryan, talk to Mother.
Hi, Mom.
Ducky, how's my dashing boy? Tell Pumpkin if she worries too much, she'll get frown lines.
Okay, I don't know how many
told her
takes
twice.
that took,
Oh, namaste.
but like, such a dumb joke, and they nail it.
I want them out.
But your mother specifically
Oh,
said...
don't mention that backstabbing yogini to me. If you can't fire them, make them want to quit.
Focus.
Poor Mr. Fulton. So Sharpay.
Sharpay, she's got demands, needs.
Now, David made a rant in our last video about how Sharpay was right all along in the first film. That may be true. I think you can convincingly...
It's not true.
You can convincingly make an argument that she was wronged in the first film.
Sure.
But if that is true, then High School Musical 2 should be subtitled Sharpay Strikes Back. Because this is all about her and her insecurity being usurped from the musical throne and how she's going to take it back and just leave a trail of bodies in her wake.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth!
Time flies when you're having fun. But Mr. Fulton probably won't be clocking out at the moment.
Oh, come on, don't be
So he just wants to get to his date with Gabrielle.
We haven't talked about golf yet.
Oh, basketball and golf are just the beginning with Troy Daddy. Have you heard him sing?
Oh, triple threat.
Oh, how wonderful. Troy can participate in the talent show.
Oh, come on, Troy, give him a sample. Kelsey!
Kelsey, no, actually, my voice is feeling a little bit hoarse tonight, you know, all the talking.
Oh.
But thank you very much for the food and the golf and everything. It was amazing.
But you will sing some other time, though. With me. Promise?
Oh, way to put him on the spot in front of all these people who just treated him to all these wonderful things.
Promise.
Their future's in his hands.
Dessert?
His future is in their hands.
What did I say? Their future's in his hands? I meant his future's in their hands, is what I meant to say. Sharpay sees Troy as a status symbol.
Yeah.
He is very
And
much...
who wouldn't?
He's definitely an accessory, not a person.
Correct.
He is meant to, just like some eyeliner or lip gloss is meant to accentuate her features, he's meant to just hold her up and prop her up as even more wonderful. And she wants him on her arm.
And he's a conquest.
Yeah.
He's the most popular boy in school, captain of the basketball team that just won state. He's the big deal, and it's like, oh, only the best for me, Sharpay.
Yeah, no.
That's him.
Sharpay. Troy. Sharpay.
Sure.
It just makes sense.
Sharpay is definitely Gaston in this movie.
Yes. Holy shit! Oh my gosh!
Troy is the basketball captain. That makes him the best. And don't I deserve the best?
Does that make Ryan LeFou?
Yes, it does. 100%.
Dude, this maps perfectly.
And then, not only that, but Ryan is live action LeFou who kind of stands up to Gaston at the end.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we got going on here.
Oh my goodness.
Which makes Troy Belle, which, actually kind of works.
Fits. Dark hair. He's beautiful.
Gabrielle is not Beast, though. That's the only place it doesn't work. Depends on what Reddit thread you're on. But yeah, you're right, because she does establish right at the beginning her plan for the summer is to steal Troy from Gabriella and make him hers. And she doesn't care who she hurts because it's all about Sharpay. Why? Because of wounded ego. High School Musical 2 is a story of how wounded ego and pride can leave devastation and how to keep that in check. So really, it is, even though I said Sharpay's in her own little movie, it is Sharpay's movie.
It's Sharpay's movie.
Yeah.
We're all just guest stars in it.
You know, I love a good mystery.
Like, how does Troy look so good wearing all black?
And uncovering family secrets.
Like the origins of the Evans family fortune?
And finding things.
Like the perfect fish costume for Huma Huma Nuka Nuka Apua!
That's why we're loving June's Journey. It's a hidden object mystery game with a murder mystery, family secrets, and more.
This episode is sponsored by June's Journey. It's a mobile game that's free to download.
I'm loving the mystery story.
June has to solve the murders of her sister and brother-in-law.
Okay, here's what we know so far.
A gift box with a bullet was found amongst Harry's belongings.
On the day of the murder, Harry had a meeting with someone named Eddie.
There was a front page article in the local newspaper about the rise of mob violence.
Now, if you're playing, I want you to connect the dots, get in the comments, and let us know what are your theories? Who's behind it all?
And June is a smart, strong female protagonist. She's confident and clever, but also stubborn.
Sounds kind of like Sharpay.
You know, we really need a series of, murder mystery stories with Sharpay as a clever detective, probably set in the 1920s. June's Journey 2, Sharpay's Mystery Adventure. Ba-boom!
Ooh, I'm ignoring you because I just found another clue.
Fair.
Eddie was connected to Harry Daggett, a known mob enforcer who is now the main suspect.
The plot thickens. Download June's Journey to continue the investigation.
June's Journey is available on Android and iOS devices as well as on PC.
You can download June's Journey for free by clicking the link below in the description or use the QR code. It's here, so it's somewhere. There's a QR code, and I'm gesturing to it.
Don't forget to click the link below and download June's Journey today.
I'm so excited about the show. Oh, and don't worry, we'll find something great to do.
Look, Sharpay, I already told you, singing really isn't my thing.
And here's the best news. All the Red Hawk boosters will be there.
Really?
Of course. We'll lock up your scholarship with a high C right from center stage.
I don't know how him singing is going to help him with a basketball scholarship.
We're all in this together, right?
Your parents have been really,
It just shows that he's versatile and colleges like
singing
that.
with you isn't a part of my job.
It is?
I know. Just something you promised to
It's
do.
been a while since we were in college.
Valid.
Yes.
Okay. We were in college when this was out, though.
I'm just saying you don't remember because you're old. Is my
Okay,
point.
all right, fine. Thank you.
But Sharpay here is doing what Sharpay does, and she's very sweet and ingratiating, but why? It's not because she actually cares about Troy or what his future looks like or what he wants. She cares about things as a means to her own end. It's very quid pro quo, very tit for tat. This is nice guy syndrome, but Sharpay's the nice guy.
Yeah.
Sharpay is doing all these wonderful things for Troy, but she's doing them so that he feels obligated to give her what she wants.
Yeah.
So that he feels that he has to because of how she's bent over backwards without him asking, by the way.
Right.
The issue with Troy, and the movie does a really good job of making you sympathize with him, is that he is trying repeatedly to draw boundaries with Sharpay, and she just blows right through them.
Yes.
But he would have to be a flat-out jerk, at least in his mind. He would have to really put his foot down, and this is when people love bomb and when they push and manipulate they're trying to make you either have to do what they want or you have to be the bad guy.
Right.
And it's a terrible position to be in. And then she's made it so attractive of, well, your whole future's riding on basically you going along, singing with me in the talent show, and she drops a bunch of not so subtle hints of them ending up together. Mm-hmm. So a lot of you watching have probably been in this circumstance, in this situation. What do you do? How do you handle it? We'll get there, but let's keep watching.
Oh, and brighten up the tempo. We'll need to keep people awake.
What about our song? What about Humu Humu?
Changing plans.
What am I supposed to do with my Tiki Warrior outfit?
Save it for Halloween. Go to a Luau, sell it online. I don't know. But in the meantime, keep an eye on those Wildcats. If they're planning on being in the show, which I doubt once they hear about Troy and me, I don't want any surprises. Oh, don't worry. I'll find a song for you somewhere in the show. Or the next show.
Really? Don't strain yourself, Slick.
Okay, I take it back. Everybody else was watching Saved by the Bell.
Entertainers are so temperamental. Transpose!
She was watching Mean Girls. Everybody else.
Yes, I think it was like Mean Girls and
Heathers.
And
Yeah.
I don't know what else.
My favorite part of this movie is watching Ryan come into his own.
Yeah.
He had Sharpay's back this whole time. He was happy to be second fiddle, to be a supporting player, to help her to achieve her dreams. He just wanted a little piece of the glory.
Don't you want a little taste of the glory? See what it tastes like.
And she just burns that bridge because she wants what she wants. And why does she want what she wants? Because her ego is wounded. And watching Ryan go do a whole big like baseball song and dance number.
Which is a banger, by the way.
It's banger.
Fantastic.
I love seeing him branch out and make new friends and come into his own and stand up to Sharpay.
Everyone's excited about doing the show.
Hey, I know everyone thinks that I'm Sharpay's poodle, but I really think that
Hey, they're thinking that? They're not thinking that today. How did you do that swing step you did last night?
That's easy.
The exact timing.
Got hung up at the gym.
Troy, you don't get to look like that.
Hey, my dad says you're doing great with those college guys. Oh, yeah, they're awesome. Playing with them is like being in another world.
Well, you missed out on a fun night. It's very good.
But the dessert afterwards had to be the best part. Her mom makes the best brownies in the entire world. Yeah, I know. I've had them.
Whoa, Troy.
Okay, coming in hot, buddy.
But you know what's going on is Troy is feeling insecure. He could sense that he and Gabriella aren't on a solid foundation right now. So he's seeing threats everywhere, except where the actual legitimate threat is, which is Sharpay. He sees it.
Yeah.
But again, he's doing what he thinks he has to do for his future. This is very Inside Out to Riley. Do I focus on my friends? Do I focus on my future? What do I do? Inside Out 2 did it better.
You're wrong.
They're obviously both unhappy. And one of the things about this movie, one of the few things about this movie that's actually realistic, is that these teenagers are not communicating about their feelings very well.
Yeah, because he can literally just say, Gabriella, I want you. I want my friends. Sharpay is pulling the strings and backing me into corners, but at the same time, there's this great opportunity for my future, and I don't know what to do. But you're my partner. I could really use your eyes on this and your thoughts. What do you think?
Yeah.
Instead,
it's a simple conversation, but that gets rid of all the drama.
Yeah.
So, movies.
Yeah, well, and Gabriella could say, Troy, this isn't the summer I thought we were going to have together, and I miss you.
I said keep an eye on them, not turn them into the cast of Grease.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yes!
Do you want us to lose the Star Dazzle Award to a bunch of dishwashers?
Us?
Ooh, classist.
Well, I guess that's showbiz.
When did you become
Awesome.
one of them?
Sexy.
You know, I'll take that as a compliment. But you and Troy have a good show, sis.
Oh, we plan to.
Poor guy on the drums.
Give me a beat.
And this is why, no matter what she does, Sharpay is perfect. Come on. I need a walk-off beat.
Now, we haven't talked about narcissism on our show a lot for a while because, frankly, it's on YouTube all over the place, and I wanted to let it breathe in this space. But we have to address Sharpay's narcissism because...
Oh, do we?
Well, this is exactly what narcissism is it's a belief in your own, not just superiority, but that you are innately more special and deserve special treatment relative to the people around you.
Right.
Which is when she talks about all of these dishwashers, right? Sharpay, if you didn't have rich parents, you'd be a dishwasher. You haven't done a damn thing in your life. You didn't get to where you are because of you.
You didn't earn it.
No, so simmer down. And the issue with narcissism, to be truly narcissism and not just confidence or ego, is the lack of compassion and empathy for other people and a real struggle with perspective taking.
Yeah.
She is completely in her world. When she says, do you want us to lose? And Ryan says us, it hasn't even really occurred to her that there's not still an us. That he's not just there for her to abuse and use.
Yeah, she kicked him out of her musical number and still thinks of it as us because me is the only part of us that matters.
I'm wondering if, because I haven't seen the third film yet, or the Sharpay spinoff, does she have the same character arc in every film? Because she was humbled by the end of High School Musical and learned to have compassion towards other people to a point.
Listen.
And then they did like a hard reset.
Would that be good screenwriting? No. Is it absolutely what I want? Yes.
Yes.
Sharpay.
Oh, the hench ladies.
Like, the direction is start this scene giggling incessantly.
Yep.
Forget about the rest of us. How about the fact that your brother has worked extremely hard on the show? Oh, boo-hoo. He'll be in the show. He'll do his celebrity impersonations. And don't lecture me about Ryan. Given the way you've been interfering with Troy's future. What? You've got him written up by Fulton for sneaking on the golf course?
No.
Swimming after hours?
Fulton wrote him up because of you, Sharpay.
Save Troy's job. I'm not interested in what you think you're doing for Troy. That's between you and him.
And God.
You're messing with my friends, my summer, and that's not
Or the devil in this case.
You don't like the fact that I won. What's the prize? Troy?
Troy's
The
abs.
Star Dazzle Award? You have to go through all of this just to get either one? No thanks, Sharpay. You're very good at a game that I don't want to play. So, I'm done here. But you better step away from the mirror long enough to check the damage that will always be right behind you. Girls!
Hurricane Sharpay. I like it because it's highlighting that not only the damage that Sharpay is doing, but that Gabriella is saying, I'm not going to play the game. It's not who I am. I'm getting off the, what's this, a carousel?
Sure.
Is this a Ferris wheel? Merry-go-round? I can't keep them straight. I never could. This is one of my real weaknesses.
Are you serious?
I don't know what's what when it comes to those. And I don't want to have her like, I don't want to say I'm ready to step off the Ferris wheel because then she plummets to her death. So I need help with my metaphor.
No, I want you to say that.
She's saying, I want to step off the merry-go-round.
Yeah.
Right? And I love this moment for Gabriella because honestly, High School Musical 2 doesn't have a lot for her to do.
No, not a lot.
But here she gets her moment. And it's a wake-up call for Sharpay where she's going to have a third act change of heart that's going to last until the next movie when we reset back at 1.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I'm still me.
Blowing off your friends, missing dates. If that's you, it's good to know.
No. I was only doing that because I'm working on the scholarship thing. You know that.
What if along the way you act like someone you're not? Pretty soon that's who you become.
I know
That's
what
actually a
I'm
pretty smart line.
It is, yeah.
saying. And summer and just being together.
I'm sure you did. At the time. I also meant what I said. That I want to remember this summer. But not like this, Troy.
Valid.
Yeah.
Circumstances change. Like, you don't always get what you want.
I'm still thinking about that line. I'm pondering it. If you have to act like someone you're not, along the way, that's who you become.
Yeah.
And the whole story of High School Musical 2 when it comes to Troy is he's compromising what matters most to him and who he is for what he thinks he should want, what he thinks he should do, or how the game is played.
Yes.
Hey, I almost forgot. I ordered Swiss on my burger.
The flip side of this is by pretending to be what you want to be, you can eventually achieve that.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
there's a positive version
my
of this.
whole life story is I wanted to be a different person than I was, and so I faked it.
Yeah.
And now I'm awesome.
Were you building to a real point, or did you just want to say that?
I like where I'm at now, and I got there by faking it.
That's the point of lying.
Okay, so what I'm hearing you saying, correct me if I'm wrong, is that there were things about yourself that you didn't like.
Yeah.
And you thought, well, if I was this person, how would I act? And then you started acting that way and then became that person.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love that.
Okay.
Okay, no, that's good.
Oh, good.
That's healthy. This is the beginning of the breakup song.
Yeah, they break up.
And the reason that they're breaking up is actually not because of the things they're talking about. It's because they didn't talk about them sooner.
It's the timing, yeah.
Small problems have become big problems because we procrastinated the conversation.
Right.
And because he kept saying, I can do this, I can do this, I can do both things. And he kept making promises to her because they sounded good and he intended to keep them, but he couldn't. When, if he had a lay of the land early on, he could have said, hey, this is what's happening and this is how things are changing for me right now. Can we still make this work? Can we make some changes and adapt? This is the cost of avoidance.
Sharpay, I don't like the way you've been treating my friends. And I don't like the way I've been treating them either. So I'm doing something about it.
An entire table of university boosters are coming to see you. Thanks to me.
So I'll be their waiter. They'll be thrilled.
Troy, this could change your life.
I'm more interested about what my friends think of me and what I think of myself.
Oh, we could all hold hands around the campfire some other time. Right now, we've got a show to do.
No. You've got a show to do. I got a kitchen to clean.
Okay. In the context of the movie, that is a lovely sentiment. In the context of real life, I care more about what my friends think of me than my future is dumb.
Yeah, no, it is.
It's really dumb.
It is. Listen, high school doesn't last forever. But then he says, and I care about what I think of me, and I think that's a very valid point.
That is a very valid point.
Because his friends aren't necessarily going to follow him through the rest of his life, but how I treat my friends determines how I feel about myself.
Correct.
And what he's saying is, I care about my future, but not at the expense of who I am. Like, I'm not going to sacrifice who I am to pursue that.
Yeah.
Because then where am I 5 years from now, 10 years from now? I may be successful, but who am I?
Yeah, if I keep throwing people under the bus to get what I want, then I'm Sharpay.
Yeah. Which, don't get me wrong, would be a pretty awesome person to be.
If you can be Sharpay, be Sharpay. No. Maybe? I don't know. It's so confusing.
See, this is why Sharpay is so wonderful, is she doesn't have to betray who she is to be who she is.
I've been a good girl. I've never lied.
When you start with no values other than yourself, then you can be the most entertaining person in this movie.
Correct. Not the most entertaining person in your life, though.
No, that's the thing. There are characters that we love to watch that we would not want in our circles, and Sharpay is one of them.
Correct.
I do love that Troy, it's not just about accountability. I mean, as much as I love accountability, saying, I'm sorry, this is my fault. But a big part of accountability is taking action to make it right. And him saying, I'm doing something about it. Mm-hmm. Even if he says it with that Disney Channel vigor of, I'm doing something about it, it's still inspiring.
You know, Troy has come to this point through yet another banger. Bet on it.
Yeah.
Was his, moment of spiritual awakenings.
I'm not gonna stop, that's who I am. I'll give it all I got, that is my plan. Will I find what I lost? You know you can't.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the... Oh, forget.
How's your show going?
How's it going? My show makes the captain of Titanic look like he won the lottery.
I'll sing with you, Sharpay.
What?
I promised. And I keep my promises. But what was the first thing you said to me when I started working here?
Bring me more iced tea?
Think harder. We're...
All in this together.
Exactly.
Well, we are. So let's get out there and knock him dead, Troy Bolton.
I do the show if the Wildcats do the show. And I'd think fast.
I just sort of wish you were doing this for me. You're a good guy, Troy. Actually, right now, I think I like you better than I like myself. Did I just say that?
I think the script is cheesy and objectively terrible if the standard that we're measuring by is realism. If what we're going by is audience engagement, then the script is fantastic, and either way, Ashley Tisdale understands the assignment.
This is Emmy-worthy. It's so good.
Yeah.
Incredible.
You came.
Looks like just in the nick of time.
A couple minutes ago wouldn't have been so bad either.
Now we see here a narcissist having a change of heart.
Sure.
Which to some is a controversial idea. And to see it happen in High School Musical, people say, well, that's High School Musical, not reality.
Right.
Fair enough. At the same time, whenever I hear somebody say narcissists can't change, I see moments like this, as cheesy as they are, and there's a kernel of truth in them, which is that anyone can change. A lot of people won't, and they won't choose to.
Right.
And there's a lot of narcissists for whom what is necessary for change, humility, accountability, self-reflection, caring about the experiences and feelings of other people, that's not their strong suit.
Right.
So change is difficult.
One thing that you've taught me in this show is that what causes people to change is the pain of staying the same has to be greater than the pain of change. And for a narcissist, the pain to change is huge.
Yeah.
Right? It's immense. So the pain of staying the same has to be you're going to not be able to perform, which is the worst possible thing that can happen
to Sharpay.
In Sharpay world.
And she's lost her brother's support. Nobody is looking up to her. Nobody is revering her. Nobody is showering her with accolades and affection. Everyone has turned on her because she's burned every single bridge.
Right.
Now, some people in this circumstance are just going to turn bitter and ugly and nasty and maybe even dangerous. So I'm not suggesting that if you love a narcissist, you can love them into changing. What I am suggesting is that modeling a different way of being and holding strong boundaries for yourself and what you will and won't do, if they're going to change, that's how it's going to happen.
Yep.
And even if they don't, it's how you keep from getting railroaded by the Sharpays of this world.
Well, and you maintain your own integrity, too.
Yeah.
Troy is modeling behavior for Sharpay, but he's also taking accountability for his own actions and making it clear to her, these are my boundaries and here's why.
Yeah. When he says, I'm going to sing with you because I said I would.
Yeah.
Right?
This movie is so much fun. It's such a bright, candy-colored confection of a movie. It's kind of perfect. I don't know. Is it Shaun of the Dead perfect? Sorta.
No.
Oh.
Stop saying madness. Come back to us, Alan. It's not. It's a Disney Channel musical that we have fallen in love with, okay? And it's summer love, and it's puppy love, and it's sweet, and it's innocent, and it's wholesome, and I can't wait for the third one. But don't you dare besmirch Edgar Wright that way.
You're right, I don't know what I was thinking. So until next time.
A duet means two people. Well, mostly me in this case, but whatever. Duet!
Chamomile would be nice.
And watch movies.
We want to thank our supporters on Patreon, people that get extended director's cuts like this one, which is going to be really long. We have so much more to say about this movie, and it's on Patreon.
Like High School Musical 2, it's at least a half an hour too long. But it's there for you. So,
anyway, people like
Amy,
Tammy Poitras,
Anthony,
Nick Miller,
Alejandra Solis.
Thanks, patrons, and thank you, viewers, also, who aren't patrons. And thanks, everyone. Bet on it.
Give me a beat.
Don't forget to click the link below and download June's Journey today.
Are you coming?